Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to be showing you ways to work on your blocking, some drills we go over, and how to block. So today with me I got Tomlin. He's going to be demonstrating how to block. So go ahead, block this. There you go. So I'm going to throw a jab, and you see he's throwing here at an angle. He's throwing his forearm. So go ahead and throw your jab. I'm moving my head back. I'm dropping down. I'm deflecting. I'm not trying to block it inward. I'm blocking outward. Go ahead and throw your jab. I'm blocking here. I'm trying to throw outward. I'm keeping my hand up because what else I got coming? I got to worry about this hand right here. If he's a martial artist, I got to worry about feet too. Most times you're going to be worried about more of the hands than the feet, especially in a street situation where you're worried about self-defense outside of the ring. So go ahead and throw your jab. I'm moving back. I'm moving down. This way, I'm putting myself in line of this punch. So go ahead and throw that punch. I'm coming inward. You can come like this, but it's never going to wind up entering like that. So go ahead and jab. I'm blocking outward. Move around a little bit. Just go ahead and throw. I can block outward this way. I like when he throws here, and I wind up setting myself up to throw outward here, being able to step in. You have the head. You have all this side of the body to attack on. If you want, you could go for if you're good on the ground. I don't recommend doing this unless you're good on the ground. Go ahead and jab. So I'll block. I come in, and you go for a takedown. There's all types of takedowns you can do. However, we're just going to worry about blocking. Jab, jab, reverse. There you go. And see how I'm keeping my elbows tucked. So if at any point he rushes me, I can block up, I can cover up, cover my head. If he goes for my body, goes for a hook, I can drop. I got my elbows to protect my rib cage. So go ahead and throw some jabs. I'm here, here. If you notice, I'm always moving. Watch your other video on stance. I'm keeping my stance. My form is always the same no matter where I wind up being on this mat. I'm jumping around. I'm not crossing up my legs. I'm not running around like this. I'm not turning my back to him. I'm not leaning way out here. That's not how you dodge or block. You don't lean all the way back out here. You're off balance. You want to step back. You don't have time to step back. You squat down, lean back like a V shape. A lot of people, when they talk about bobbing and weaving in boxing, this is martial art, mixed martial arts. But in boxing, go ahead and throw a jab. I'm bobbing and weaving, I'm throwing V's. So it's my head is coming off this, go ahead and throw a jab straight at me. It's a center line. So I got V's. I'm gonna duck down my V. This is what the bob and weave is, it's a V. Right around his arm, right around his arm coming. Go ahead and throw that reverse. This is a V right here. I'm going outside or I'm going inside. I'm going to take a step wherever I'm going. Now, you can put yourself in danger by doing this. You can run right into the punch, go and throw a reverse. I go straight into it. If I don't come out far enough, I'm not low enough, it don't glance off of me, it could be a direct on contact. If you mess up and can see it coming, it's going to be direct contact, go slow, come on. Angle for your forehead to hit first. Your nose and your eyes are going to disorient you the worst. So angle for the forehead if you can. Don't take it dead on. Try to glance off of it. If you can't, that's fine. Forehead's the hardest part of the skull. Better that than him breaking your jaw in the middle of the fight. So go ahead and throw some jabs. So as you can see, I'm working on my blocking here. It depends on what's closest, what I'm using. If I'm stepping in, it's going to be my reverse. If it's further away, it's going to be my lead hand. So it's like this. It's the reverse, I'm getting out of the way of it. Now if he wants to back up a little bit, come forward with that reverse. So go throw a jab, then throw a reverse. So you want to see how all I did was deflecting. He got off balance just for a second, and you saw he just fell forward off that deflection. You're throwing, you're moving. You can trap the arm. This is more kung fu. Go ahead and throw a jab. You can trap the arm if you want. That takes a lot of experience. I still don't even do it. I've had over a year in kung fu. I still don't feel comfortable unless it's somebody that's more inexperienced. I don't like trapping the arm. It can lead to a lot of mistakes on your part and on his part, and especially in training, you gotta be really careful with this. So for legs, how do we defend legs? I like karate. That's where my base is from. So we have the basic fundamentals of blocking. We have our high, this is for the legs and the whole body. We're dropping our backhand down, lead hand comes up, making a cross section like this. This protects the groin. You're making a fist, so if they were to come in and flick up with the up kick, it's protecting the groin as well as lower body. So if they come with a roundhouse, if it's a question mark kick, throws you off guard, you got this, go ahead and come forward. come forward and get in the stance with the blocking. Lead hand up like that. So if I throw a roundhouse at time when he's in the stance, I'm going to hit those forearms. The reason this hand stays up, lead hand stays up, if I'm coming here and then I got to come here, he's got that arm to block his head. If it was the other way like this, he don't have anything to block. He can't reach any further over this way. So lead hand stays up. Cross over this way. I also preach ambidextrous training. Now you don't need to be one way. A one-way fighter is one way into the ground. You need to be this way, ambidextrous. Train both. Train the right leg, train the left leg.
What about meeting it?
Meeting it, you can mitigate the damage sometimes if you're able to meet it and time it correctly. So if I'm throwing and he meets it outward, he can throw me and inflict more damage than me than just standing still. Another way to block low is dropping the lead hand. The only time the lead hand drops is if it's coming from the back. And you don't have time to move out of the way. You just drop that hand as you're moving back and it's going to make contact. Now this is more Taekwondo, more Muay Thai defense for legs. So he's going to use his legs to block this time. So go ahead, just like that. I'm throwing something, he brings his knee up, that knee comes up, protects. It can throw you off balance, set yourself up for a leg sweep. However, if you don't have time to drop this hand, you don't feel comfortable because this dude's throwing a lot of punches, he's swarming you, got you off guard, throw that leg up, block. It's better to throw something than wait, think, and not do anything. So go ahead and throw that leg, throw on me. I'm blocking, I'm meeting. Blocking, I'm meeting. 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 Be careful when leg checking. If you check his leg with your leg at a wrong angle, go ahead and throw. Have my leg like this. It can set myself up for massive knee injury. It could even break my leg. This bone is kind of like a ruler. You want to hit straight on right here. Yes, it hurts. You can condition your shins. If you hit on the side of your shin, it's like a ruler. If you snap a ruler on the, put a little bit of strain, both sides of the ruler, it bends in, breaks a lot easier. If you go front on, try to break a ruler like this on the hardest parts on the edges, it's harder to break, harder to snap that way. Leg is the same way. So I'm gonna throw, checking here, throw that leg. It's coming outward here. I can still check. Still check, be sure you're angling your toes down, feet down. They're not straight because if he throws that and I meet it with my toes, it's gonna set me up for a world of hurt if I wind up without any broken bones or ligament damage. So go ahead and come with some jabs. So here, go and throw a kick wherever you want. I'm here, I drop down, I'm here, I'm blocked. Go ahead and throw a kick wherever you want. So I checked, bring my knee up like that. Go ahead and throw for my lower. So he's going to throw for a lower. I know it's coming. I'm blocking right here. I'm dropping down. If I have enough time, go ahead and throw again. I'm moving out of the way. That's the best way. If you can move out the way, you have enough room without backing yourself into a corner. You need to evade. Evasion is better than blocking because every time you block, you're taking damage. You're setting yourself up for a potential stun or inability to see him coming with whatever else he's got coming. If he fakes a kick, and the kick's not really what he's going after. He's going after reverse. He fakes this, he blocks for it, and then he comes with a reverse, and it's lights out for you. So you need to be careful, you need to be precise. What comes to this is training. Repetition, repetition, repetition. I preach repetition because in the fight, when you get hit, you're not going to remember the plan. There is no plan. You're just going to try to defend, and get rid of the conflict, get rid of the aggressor. The only way to get rid of the aggressor is keep him balanced, keep him in proper posture, being able to block, see what's coming, not turning away from it, hide in your face where you can't see because he's still there, he's still coming after me, he's trying to kill me, trying to hurt me. So I got to be aware of that. Go ahead and throw whatever you got. And this is what you can do with a partner. You can just let him throw at you. You can work on your V's, work on your head movements, work on getting around, and just work on a mat. You don't have to run in a back line. You don't have to get on the street. Keep backing up. Work on counterattacking. So go ahead and come at me. So here, he's here, I moved in. Work on finding openings where he's going to be coming in, watching where he's going to plant. Watch on blocking. So like right there, he threw, I'm already trying to come in here on the back. Now if he throws a reverse, I'm here, I'm moving outward. If I don't think I want to come in on this moment, I'm going to back out and we're just going to go again. He's thinking the same way. As I'm throwing, he's moving back, he's blocking, he's looking for an opening to come in on me. This is how it works. tit for tat. If it's inexperienced fighter, gonna be a lot easier. More experienced fighter, gonna be a lot harder. Especially someone that just likes to fight, they're used to getting hit, gonna keep their eyes open. Another thing about inexperienced fighters, which may be you, is if you get hit with anything, your eyes are constantly slowing down, you're blinking, you're closing your eyes. Especially if you flinch bad. If I'm throwing like this right here and I'm blinking, I can't see what's coming. I'm taking precious milliseconds away of go ahead and throw a jab. I close my eyes, throw a jab, and throw a reverse. I close my eyes, I didn't even see it. It's already here. I'm already hit. There's no way. That's also why you want to keep your hands up. As long as you practice keeping your hands up, no matter what you're doing, keeping your stance, you can at least mitigate some of the damage by maybe getting this up just enough in time before it hits you. Then you can recover. Learn to go with the punches. If he's punching me, I can't do anything about it. I'm moving my head back. I'm angling my forehead down to hit that. I'm moving back. I'm going with the punch. I'm not trying to stop it with my head. I'm not trying to stop it full on. Even when I'm blocking, I'm throwing outward. I'm trying to throw him off balance, but I'm not ever going to trying to just stop him in his tracks and hit it dead on. You're deflecting. You're blocking. You're not stopping. So go ahead and throw a hook to my head. If the hook was coming to my head, I didn't have enough time for it, I'm going to roll with it. So go ahead and hit my head. I'm rolling with it. I'm going to try to go ahead. I'm going to try to step away. I'm going to roll with it. I'm not going to go into it. If I don't have enough time to get down low enough, I'll angle my head down hoping it can graze. But never try to stop. You're deflecting, blocking, and rolling with the punches. So now we got most of the basics down, the fundamentals. So now we're going to go over one of the drills I like. There's also that saying where you dodge a wrench and dodge a dodgeball. But in my opinion, if you can dodge a pool noodle coming at you, you can dodge a fist or a leg. These things do not move as normal limbs. It's almost alien-like. So I'm going to let Tomlin use it on me first. So what he's going to do, he's going to work slow. He's going to go at me. I'm going to get warmed up as far as what I need to be doing. Go ahead and go lower. I'm moving my head. You can see a few coming in that I'm not blocking properly. And we're going to go slow. We're going to get warmed up. We're going to move around a little bit. We're going to get flexible. And there is no real danger with these, but you want to act like it's an actual threat. So go ahead, keep going. There we go. Alright, now going back up just a little bit. And you can work on moving around or you can just stay in one position. So go ahead, I'm going to stay in one position. You just go at me. Go ahead, go fast. Go closer. So it's hard to dodge a pool noodle effectively, but what it works on is making sure you're paying attention to where it's coming and what's going on, because these can swap directions way quicker than a limb or a human could.
And it also works on keeping your eyes open.
Right. Another drill, hit me in the face. I'm blinking my eyes like this real bad. I'm keeping them closed. This helps. Go ahead and keep doing it. This helps me keep my eyes open and watching. Because one, it gets you used to getting hit in the face a little bit, hopped around. As you get used to it, your partner will go harder, faster. You're going to work on keeping your eyes open, keeping your hands up. So once you get used to keeping your eyes open, get used to getting hit. Now, you don't need to get used to getting hit too well, but you end up get used to getting hit as far as not blinking, not drawing up, being relaxed, and being confident. So go ahead, I'm off. Let Tomlin work a little bit at a different angle for you guys. We'll warm it up slow. See how Tom's not getting hit in the face because he's keeping his hands up. See, if I do slip something down and he don't hit it, he's still protecting his head. A good way to always defend your head is called answering the phone, is what I've been heard it called. Easy way to remember it. So you got your hands up, waylay on my head real quick. If I don't know what's going on, I'm grabbing the back of my head, I'm answering the phone in a way. So I'm using my elbows, block the uppercuts, and I'm doing this. And when I do this, go ahead and waylay on my head. Just hit me. I want to be moving around, backing out to reassess and get my stance. So if he's just waylaying on me, I don't know what's going on. Even if it's light punches, he could be hammer fisting. Just, you know, something you're not used to getting hit, and it's blocking you, throwing you off. Go ahead, answer the phone, back out. Move around, back out. Go ahead. So I'm gonna back out of that. Another way is when you're blocking and he comes forward, you can counterattack. Let his momentum work for you. If you don't want to move forward, you want him to come to you, let his momentum work for you. If there's multiple people, you want to line them up in a row. Try to find an alley, some way to cramp them up so they can't circle you. You need to make sure you know what's behind you while I'm moving back. I have spatial awareness. I know that there is a, what is this called? What? Spine decompressor. I got a spine and inversion table. I got an inversion table right here. I know it's here. It's on the mat. So when I'm moving around, I gotta mindfully move around and not hit that and give myself enough room to keep my form. Now if there's multiple opponents like here and here, I'm gonna have to cut them off. So if they were here and here, I'd have to cut them off and bring them one at a time. So if he's coming here, I'm gonna move here, make him get in front of him. Put them behind each other. And this is what I want to hopefully accomplishing. Keep your shoulders loose. If you keep your hands up all the time and scrunch up your traps, your shoulders are going to fatigue way quicker than if you keep your traps loose, your hands up at a comfortable level, resting on your chest, your body, and the elbows. That's why I'm so tight right here. But I don't want to be here. That's going to stress out my traps, my shoulders, burn them out way quicker. Another thing you do with your partner, you can use gloves, whatever you want, wraps, preferably. Need a mouthpiece, we're gonna go real slow. So throw a jab. I know what's coming, but it also gets me comfortable with seeing what a jab would do and how to react to the jab. Throw a reverse. See what I do to reverse, how to react to it, where I move, how do we move around. You don't have to move around. I recommend moving around because in a fight you are gonna move around, but it's best to train both ways. Sometimes you may be backed up against the wall. You need to train blocking where you have nowhere to go. You need to train counterattacking where you have nowhere to go except forward. So another way, kicks. You can work on blocking the kicks however you want. Whatever feels comfortable for you. You'll know what's right or wrong when you do it. So go ahead and throw. I'm checking his kicks. We've been keeping our hands closed, open sometimes in Kung Fu and other martial arts. You can keep your hands open to grab, control another person, or go to a grappling. However, it's best to keep your hands closed no matter how slow you're doing, because you need to build in that instinct want and need to close that fist. Because if the hand is open and he throws a punch, I go to block, I don't get it right, he can break my fingers, he can really mess up my hand real bad, he even put that hand out of the fight and potentially just win the fight right then and there. So you need to keep that in mind. Keep your hands closed when you're blocking. And you can use your fist to kind of glide that hand off. You don't have to keep your hand open. But especially starting out, keep your hand closed when you're blocking. Another thing, when you find your stance, you're going to make sure your chin is tucked down. You're not out here. You're not up, you're not looking around. You want to keep your chin tucked, and you're looking at your opponent's shoulders. The reason why, come closer, the reason why you're looking at their shoulders is because they're going to throw kicks. They can throw anything. But if you're looking at their head and you throw a kick, I'm not seeing it till here, so it's already made contact with me. And sometimes I can't even see exactly where it's coming because I'm focused on his eyes, I'm looking up. So you want to look shoulder, that way you see everything that's coming, throw a jab or whatever. You can see jabs, you can see legs, you can see everything moving fluidly.
Always keep your mouth closed too, so you don't bite your tongue, smash your teeth together.
Or
Keep
get
your mouth closed, chin tucked, hands up.
The reason we keep that chin tucked too, go ahead and go throw an uppercut. So I'm backing out, come in and throw an uppercut. If I'm here, my chin's tucked, I can just cover up. Even if I can't get out of the way, I can cover up, block with my forearms. However, if my chin's out, I cover up, he's still gonna get that nose, get my chin, even if he comes right up my hand because my head's out. So it's coming right up and it's gonna catch me. The thing, you wanna condition yourself, you condition yourself to partner, so go ahead and throw a kick. I can condition my legs. We can condition each other at the same time. However, you're not, more times than not, you're gonna find a lot of time alone and without a partner. So how you condition your body, you wanna find plywood, find a chair, a folding chair, lay a piece of cloth over it so you don't get any splinters, don't damage your hands too bad. And know your limitations. When you start out, go slow, do as many repetitions as you feel comfortable. When you start feeling a little pain, you need to stop immediately. Now this is gonna lead to more arthritis as you get older. However, this helps damage the nerves, helps you hit better because you're not having as much pain. It can help you fight longer, it gives you more endurance in my opinion. I've been able to take more hits over time versus when I first started out because I have more endurance on my body, and I've been told that I have really sharp bones and that it hurts to even hit me because my shins are so conditioned and they're so angled, and so are I'm just bony. But you can find any type of hard platform. Some people, even Japanese, they wrap rope around a piece of plywood or a tree, and that's what they use to hit. You can kick, you can punch, but be sure you're punching straight, not at an angle. You don't want to hurt the wrist. You're not conditioning the wrist. You're conditioning the knuckles, and you're also going to want to hit with the first two knuckles here, not with these. So condition the hand. You can slap, side, back. That's usually what I do. I do this motion: slap, side, back. And I'm going to punch. I'm going to hit with these two knuckles right here. Elbows, same way, forward and back. That's all I'm doing. I'm doing forward and back. Knees, you can condition the knees, come up and come at an angle. You want to get kind of all the knees. Be careful on the patella, the actual bone. You're not really kneeing somebody with your bone necessarily, but more on the inside, because when you're grabbing somebody, they're coming at an angle. You can work on coming straight forward, and it's mostly going to be the top part of the knee and maybe the top part of the patella, but usually not the bottom part. So with the shins, heavy bag work, a lot of heavy kicks. You want to work on your foot, where you're going to hit with your foot for higher head kicks and for longer range. You also want to work on your shin, because with closer up, you're going to slip that leg in right here, condition that shin. That way you can hit it with full force and really do some damage on somebody without damaging yourself. Okay, so just go over one more time. These are the fundamentals of the blocking. High, high. You got full body, lower groin here. You got here for your lower back. You also have your legs to deflect and block incoming leg checks or kicks. Other stance, like I said, I preach ambidextrous training. It's crucial. So you got high, high, here, here, leg checks. No matter where you're at, you can check the front leg, you can check the back leg. There's a big one coming in, you can't get out of the way. Be sure you keep your balance and your stance when you're moving around. I'm still keeping my T and my foot angled. I'm also keeping my chin tucked, my mouth closed, not clenched really, just closed. You're gonna have, usually a mouth guard helps in keeping your mouth closed, because you have to keep that solidified in. Sternum mouth guard helps you keep your mouth closed. So you're gonna keep your mouth closed, chin tucked, shoulders relaxed, not scrunched up, not tight. I'm not fatiguing my shoulders, my traps. I'm keeping my hands low, my chin level, my elbows tucked in to protect my lower body. I'm in my stance, I'm ready to go. We appreciate you watching. Hope you have a good rest of your day. If you liked this video, thought it was informational, please like, subscribe. Have any questions, comments about what we did that you didn't like, comments on stuff that we did that you did like, leave them down below. We'll answer and we'll get back to you. We really appreciate you guys, and we hope to see you in the next one.